as a new grad, I wanted to go down more the ortho route, but life steered me towards acute care hospital. There are things that I could do, but because of the systems in place and the culture in place and various organizational tiers, I couldn't reach those levels of change. Pathfinders, it's like a mastermind course, but we built it as a community growing group. It's an 8 to 10 week online course where small cohorts of closely knit individuals with like-minded goals can really expand on their career and have a really good baseline understanding of business. Because what we're finding is that from new grad to 15 years out, everybody's a little bit lost right now because we weren't prepared. We weren't prepared for these shifts in healthcare. And now we really need both accountability in a group setting, but also direction. So the Job Market Pulse is like the third evolution of one of our most popular blog posts when we launched UpDoc Media, and it was the job market outlook for physical therapists. Now it's a Job Market Pulse, and it encompasses all rehab therapy allies, so PT, PTA, OTR, CODA, speech, and their assistants. And essentially it's an open source data pool that anybody can contribute to. And so it gives you all this data about what normal compensation on the cash level is, not the benefits, that's a whole other conversation, but just what's the cash level of the compensation by state, by zip code, by specialty, by setting, and by years of experience.
The big companies, if you look online for salary compensations, they aggregate data based on regional norms. We went a little bit more intimate, so we look exactly at what PTs are making. They give us real-time data. It gives you a little bit more leverage when you go into negotiation, because we know, again, based on what we do, is that most clinicians are terrible at negotiating. If you negotiate, well, 75% of the time, you get something, so you just have to do it, and at least you know where to start from.
Look out for everything. I mean, all the things that aren't talked about in school, you need to look out for. So, obviously compensation package, but then also, what does a leadership track look like? What does growth and mentorship and opportunity look like within an organization or an opportunity?
If you go to a job interview or you go to a place and the package that's presented logically looks great, the salary looks great, but it doesn't feel right. You have to trust that. You try to rationalize and convince yourself that you have student loans, you have this, you have that you'll just do that. This is the quote we hear, I'll just do this for a couple years. Every single time, 99.9% of the time, when somebody tells us that, they burn out within the first quarter of working at that company. Whatever you're getting does not justify how you feel. The culture of the company, the cultural fit for you is critical, especially in that early going. So that's the biggest thing, is when you're getting started, start with the best possible culture for you.
Be good at the passion of your craft, and then team up with people that can make up for the areas that you are weak.
I think what we need to start to really look at is how do we make our customers feel unique. You need to speak to them in a very concise and simple way. You need to be able to take this sheer amount of information, this massive amount of information, and distill it into a very relevant form to make the person feel unique that you're talking to. If you can do that as a new grad, you're going to differentiate yourself because you're going to make the people that you help feel special.
I see PT going down a value-based route, and I think all of healthcare is going down that route. We have so much to offer that if you were to have a normal conversation with anybody on the street, in a coffee shop, in a line at a food court, just had a normal-based conversation, not based on like the rehab element of physical therapy or the inpatient versus outpatient, but just think about health in general and what knowledge and skill sets we have for people to pursue that health. That is where we should be. But really, truly, the future is not how we can get people better, is how can we get communities of people to stay at their optimal level of health and pursue it freely.